Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Dadia. We have with us Ria Singh, technical analyst, currencies joining in. Ria, welcome to the show. If you see with what's happening to the Indian rupee in today's session, it's gained sharply in afternoon trade. In fact, we've already touched the 73.9 against the dollar. And this is after, a couple of comments that did come in from RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das, who's clearly said that the central bank has not exhausted its ammunition to deal with the current situation due to the COVID pandemic, on the back of which a good rise is what we've already seen. Taking this into consideration, what's the sense that you pick up on the Indian rupee?
Yes. So, yes, like you said, there was an OMO operation that is due today, wherein the RBI will buy the bonds in the today's session, as well as the positive statements that have come forth with respect to the future outline of the economic parameters, as well as the support for the the banks which are already going through a hard credit crisis with the moratorium that was expended is due this month, and it will be over, and the next month outline is yet not given, but most of the statements that were released by the RBI was the bank was regarding to the financial sector and bank centric. So this has indeed fueled into the optimism that we saw into the today's intraday session, wherein rupee did gained against the dollar. But coming into the further question, will the gain will be sustainable? Taking into parameters so far, I think RBI will again get in to curb this appreciation, because we have been seeing, from past 2 months, if I am correct, to that the every appreciation that we are seeing into the rupee is curbed, uh, and we are not seeing it going further than 73.95 in any of the month session. So I think even taking into consideration the today's intraday session, I don't see rupee breaching the 74 support anytime soon. It can test 74, 73, 85 max on the downside, but I'm not seeing rupee to appreciate further.
Right. So that's with regards to where the Indian rupee goes. Now, if you talk about the dollar index as well right now, it's struggling for direction. Clearly, we are seeing that 93 mark where it's clearly alternating between gains and losses. We've seen the initial claims that have come in, the Q2 GDP figures that have come in, and now the investors remain focused on Powell's speech in Jackson Hole. Taking this into consideration, what's the kind of movement are you expected to see on the dollar index? Because it's clearly trading on a choppy way, at least so far this week.
Correct. So yes, dollar index have been maintaining the 93 mark. The reason behind this probably, Hiral, is that investors are quite confused with respect to the overall greenback momentum into the coming sessions, because though the GDP numbers are not very surprising, and as far as what is actually letting the dollar index to even stay at 93 is the dilemma with respect to the stimulus package that is still on the hold. So though it is losing traction by the day, it is lending some extra support to the greenback at the same time. So yes, Powell's speech will be a very big trend changer for the greenback, as well as the positive. There is a positivity that is fueling from the rising optimism in the U.S.-China trade front. We are seeing that that both the countries have showed progress with respect to the phase one deal, particularly with the China purchase of US products. So China has gone forward with the purchase of the mention items that was there in the phase one deal. So there is an optimism coming on that front. But the Powell speech and the stimulus package will be a trend changer for the greenback into the coming session. So these two datas should be something to keep an eye out for.
Right. And overall, in terms of other currencies as well, what's the outlook that you have on in terms of where the yen is concerned?
I think as far as yen is concerned, it is losing some traction, basically because of some of the factors that have now come up on the highlight. Now, if you look at the overall, statements of the Central Bank of Japan, the central bank there, the governor has stated that there is a quite there is not much pickup into the economy due to this pandemic situation, and Japan will likely be under pressure for the coming quarters, especially the small and mid-sized firms where the credit cost is quite high, for the lenders all around the globe. Even in today's, if you look at the India's perspective, RBI has quite given the statement with the banking centric, where the what are the pains of the lenders and how the credit boost can be done. And same is the concern with the Japan as well. Now, how they can do, they cannot go for another interest rate cut because it will further, hurt the weak regional lenders, which will face a buildup of bad loans as they boost the lending to cash trap the firms. So the the coming steps from the central bank is what will get into the momentum of the yen. If you look at the overall, perspective of their economy, Japan will need at least 5 years for the GDP to come into, at the levels where it was the before the pandemic situation have occurred. So yes, it is currently suffering from an economic slump, and uh, their consumption and export have quite slumped down. So taking into consideration, I think this is what fueling into the yen weakness right now. Because if you look at the other currencies, they are gaining against the dollar because of the pressure that has built up, as the matter of fact, due to the factors we just discussed. But as far as yen goes, it is showing some weakness. So I think it will continue with this unless there is some good numbers or some statement that will be released from the central bank. But as far as euro and pound goes, I think both the currencies have a stronger fold year in now because of the obviously the pressure on the dollar index. So these two are the next attractive forex market that the investors are looking forward to, and we are seeing quite a build up into their open interest and such on the international front as well.
Right. So, what would be the strategies that you would want to adopt from here on?
I think rupee, as I said, it is likely that it will hold off the level of 74. So be cautious while going into the rupee right now. Or buy on dips as long as it is holding the support of 74 and 73.85. So these two are the levels where you can average on the buy, and you can definitely go for a target of 74.30 to 74.55 into the coming session. So this is one thing that you can look out for. The second, if any, for the option part, I think a move above 74.20 will definitely make the 74.25, 74.50 call attractive. So you can do a long into these options, or you can go for a bull long into this, wherein you can buy 74.25 call and sell 74.50 in order to gap up the outgoing cost. So this is one perspective that you can go out for into going bullish into the rupee. uh, yen is JPY is struggling right now because of the yen going weak. So I think one should steer off from the JPY INR pair because it is acting quite differently as well if you take into regards the other currency momentum. So steer away from JPY INR for some time. Euro INR and Pound INR are attractive. You can buy euro above 88 for a target of 88.26 for the coming session with the stop loss of 87.85. For pound, go for a buy above 98.25 for the target of 98.50, 98.75 with the stop loss of 97.85.
So those are the strategies that one needs to watch out for as well. I think once the comments from Powell are known at the Jackson Hole, that's when there could be more clarity that would be emerging with regards to movement in terms of various currencies. But thank you, Ria, so much for joining in, and thank you, participants, as well. We will be back on Monday with Ria for more strategies from here on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.